guys, welcome back to another episode of Sold Out. And on today's video, you can see what it is by that logo right there. I'm excited to finally get these in hand. And huge shout out to Dick's Sporting Goods who like overnighted this thing. I don't even know how I got to my house that fast, but shout out to the guys over at Dick's, whoever freaking got this packaged up and sent out as quick as they did. I've never had a package come this fast. Less than 24 hours from purchasing it to in hand was great, so I appreciate that. Now right on into the box, you guys can see the JAW logo. Got his name right there. It's kind of got like a light blue ocean colored vibe. Got some JAW hints in there. The dash marks. Got the 12 right there. All right, now hopping into the weight. I have already played in these multiple times this week. Okay, now we're gonna get one off to the side here. And jumping right into the weight of this sneaker. I thought it might have been 10, 10 and a half. I think I might have been wrong. I think this is more towards like the 11, maybe 11.3. So I'm going to get a weight on this real quick. 11.8. Okay, so I was a little bit off on that, but it is a very light sneaker. When I seen it and how wide it is, like it's not very wide down here, but it's a little bit like too wide up here. So wide footers, getting sizing out of the way right quick. You guys might actually like this sneaker. Because it is a little bit more wider than other sneakers. I didn't really care for the width when you're looking down at the sneakers. Kind of the same with like the Cosmic Unity 3 that I just got in. I'll have that review out soon. But yeah, that's probably one of the things I really didn't care for the most about the aesthetics. Like when you see it from the side, it looks dope, but like when you get that down view, it kind of just looks too wide on foot. It kind of looks like it's the wrong size and your foot is like pushing it out a little bit, but not really that big of a gripe. At the end of the day, I think they still look pretty dope as far as aesthetics. Now jumping right into heel slipping comfort. Felt great on foot. Padding was pretty good. You can see there's quite a bit of padding over here. Back here felt good. I wasn't sure how these are kind of angled forward a little bit. You guys can see that. I wasn't sure if they would rub a lot. They didn't rub at all, so that was a plus. As far as heel lockdown in these, heel lockdown was great. Tighten them down and I had no issues. Onto the laces, they do kind of have them like, they're not slick, but they will come untied once in a while. These kind of laces right here, I don't know if you guys can get a good view of those, the flat laces. They tend to come untied a little bit more than like the oval laces and stuff like that. Round laces are probably the worst laces on sneakers. Like the Shadow 4s back there were terrible for me, but these laces aren't too bad. They seem decent quality. I don't think they'll fray up. You probably will never have to replace them. They'll last the life of the sneaker. Now onto the tongue. I wish they would have ported the tongue. They did not port the tongue, but I mean, it's all good. It really is a pretty breathable sneaker for the most part. You can see the thick mesh all around the sneaker. It's pretty breathable. Tongue has decent amount of padding, nothing crazy. Conform to foot great. I had no issues with the tongue. Now onto materials. I think it's a dope setup for a first sneaker. Nike and JAW killed it. I think it's dope. I know this is not real leather. Nike are not fooling anybody. I know that it's synthetic leather, but I have no issues with it. Synthetic, I feel like, is a little bit lighter. And when I got a basketball shoe, I just want it to be like hoopable. I don't want it feeling like a brick and just the Hardens, I'd say, are a little bit too heavy. Great shoe, awesome shoe. I love that sneaker, but they're just a little bit too heavy, the materials. And on this, you don't really get that feeling. Weight isn't an issue on this. Breathability is great. I love it. You can see the mesh all the way around the sneaker. Now there is padding on the other side of that mesh, but it's not nothing crazy. So I had no issues when it came down to the materials on the JAW one. I actually enjoyed them. My foot never ran hot and it felt good on foot. As far as support and lockdown, I think they did a good job. They call this a strap, but obviously there's no strap. But I think they did a good job putting that there. Without putting that there, I think it would have had a little bit more support issues, and I had no issues with support. And also on the lockdown, I had no issues with the overall lockdown either. I know it said it was a little bit wider through here, but you still don't get no side-to-side wiggle, the lateral movement, or anything like that. It feels great on foot. No issues with support and lockdown of the JAW one neither. And as far as sizing and fit, like I said, wide footers, you might enjoy the sneaker a little bit. It kind of gives me the Kobe 5 vibes. Like when I put my foot in it, it just looks wider than it should be. Like the Kobe 11s don't do that. The Kobe 5s do that. At least the Hall of Fame colorway I have. I've heard couple other people say theirs doesn't look wide when they look down. It kind of conforms to foot, but not with the materials that they used on the Hall of Fame 5. It doesn't. And this was kind of similar, but no issues. Like I said, it's just I didn't like looking down and seeing like my foot just felt fat in this sneaker. But for sizing, it did get right up to the toe box. I like a tight fit anyway, so I enjoyed the fit on that. My foot was like about right there, and I had no issues with that at all. So sizing and fit, guys, wide footers, you're probably gonna like it. If you like a snug fit, definitely go true to size and get your true to size. Onto something that I was skeptical about, and it is going to be cushion with the Jaw One. When I heard Phylon, I immediately thought of the Zion One. The foam in Phylon in that Zion 1 was harder than shit. It was like basically stepping on cement. Only thing that saved that shoe was it had an air stroble in it, so it felt great on foot. But the Phylon was just super, super stiff in the Zion 1. In the Jaw 1, it's not that bad. It's actually soft. It actually, you can press into it. You guys can see that. I'll play some footage. You guys can kind of see it compressing in the video. And as far as the small air zoom unit in it, I could actually feel it in these. Like I said, small, I'm a small guy. You usually can't feel some of the zoom units in these sneakers. But in the Jaw One, I did actually feel it. It was kind of like right in this area. You can even take the insole out and see that. And while we're talking about the inside of sneakers, I'm going to take a little break and let you guys know what I did on the second and third day. I put in the Move insoles game days. These are one of my favorites. I actually like the new all days too as well, but these things definitely clicked with these. Now some sneakers would like heavy react, heavy air. This doesn't really feel the best all the time, but in this sneaker, it felt phenomenal. In a lot of sneakers, it feels phenomenal. Now on the preference, as far as these, I don't like wearing these in my sneakers with the Air Zoom Stroble or an Air Stroble unit. There is a difference. I have a couple videos explaining that. The Air Zoom is a lot different from the Air Stroble. Air Stroble, they both kind of make you ride up high, and it causes for a little bit of heel slippage. So if you are getting heel slippage, you just got to break the sneaker in a little bit. Break the sneaker in, break your game days in. They will conform and make a custom fit. It feels great when you finally do that. You will not get any heel slippage or anything like that. So if you do experience heel slippage, make sure that you guys just break this in and the sneaker in, and they will be like a one-to-one fit, and it feels great. All the pros use orthotics. At least got to be 90% of them. I imagine all of them do. I feel like it's an NBA requirement that you go get checked out and you get fitted for these. I just feel like they would do that and protect their investments. But guys, this is a great addition to add to your collection, and it's an affordable price. So if you guys are having any issues with plantar fasciitis, which I have, shin splints, knee pain, anything like that, this crash pad right here on the back can definitely add a nice little touch and give you a little bit more cushion, and it still stays responsive on the forefoot. There's not too much foam padding up here, so this is definitely a great thing to add to your sneaker collection if you are a hooper. And these are my favorite. Like I said, I don't really care for the Game Day Pros in a lot of shoes. They just push into my arch a little bit too much, but I've heard great things and other people love them. It's probably just I have a narrow foot, and that's just what it is for me. But even without the Move insoles, when I first put this in, I was still shocked by the Jaw One. Nike did a great job. Jaw did a great job. The designers did a great job. I think the guy that designs Kyrie shoes is the guy that's going to design Jaw shoes. And I feel like this is like the Kobe 4 mixed with a Kyrie sneaker. I just get the vibes off that, and I think it's dope. I'm not a huge Jaw fan. I'm not even a Kyrie fan, but at the end of the day, like I said, I just bring you guys sneakers reviews, and I don't care if I like the player, don't like the player. I'm going to give you my honest thoughts on their sneakers. The Jaw One cushion actually surprised me. Now, it's not going to be your Air Zoom Stroble or your Air Max or anything like that. For a $110 sneaker, you really cannot beat it. Now, down onto traction. Traction, I thought and I heard that it wasn't the best. I did not really have a big issue. I will show in the videos where I'm planting, like doing a hockey stop. It does slide out a little bit, but like in your micro moves, when you're just doing like a shifty move, cut into the basket, it does not slip out at all. Like it felt great. I was actually surprised. I seen a couple reviews months ago that said the traction wasn't like the best, and it's not top tier, but for a $110 sneaker, it's not bad, and I don't think it will be that bad outdoors either. Now, the parts that I do think will be bad outdoors is going to be your high wear areas. If you wear over on this side of the sneaker, you can already see it thins out right there, and it does that as well right through here. But overall, I think you could definitely even get a summer outdoor season in these sneakers without having to replace them. Now, if you're hooping 5 days a week outdoors, probably no sneaker is ever going to withstand that. So for all you guys that are bashing the shoe, oh, I chewed that shoe up in a month, cement will do that. If you're playing on a cement court, it's going to chew through anything. I don't give a shit if it's a Wade 10. I don't care if it's a Chinese brand sneaker, like the All Cities, anything like that, it's going to get chewed through. So just keep that in mind. If you're playing on a cement court, guys, best bet's probably to get a cheap shoe. You know what I mean? You could just burn through it and not have to worry about spending a ton of money. And if you can't afford it, nothing wrong with getting a cheap shoe. Just go out there and hoop. Now, down onto my recommendations. I think anybody can hoop in this. Like, you could even if you're a big, you can hoop in this. It just felt good. Like I said, you could feel the air zoom bag. This right here compresses. Now, I will say this might bottom out quicker than any other sneaker for $110 price range. Like I said, this is very soft, but when bottoming out becomes an issue, these help so much. That crash pad right there is so soft, and it takes a while to beat these up. I have a pair from last year, and I still haven't beat them up. And shout out to the guys over at Move, by the way, too. I appreciate you guys sending these and hooking me up. Really appreciate you guys messing with the channel, even though we're a small channel. I appreciate it. So yes, on the recommendations, guys, any hooper. Point guards, you're going to love it. Bigs, you might like it too. If you want a low top sneaker that still feels supportive, this is not going to be a bad sneaker for you guys to put into your collection. And overall, I just had a good time hooping in the Ja 1. Not really sure what I'm going to do with my pair. I've had a couple people ask me if they could buy it. This sold out faster than shit. Shout out to my boy Ryan, who hooked me up and let me know this size, my size, was still in over at Dick's. And I actually think I got the last pair because after I bought it, it said sold out in my size. So shout out to him. I appreciate that. So now if you guys want the Ja 1, don't be afraid to get it. Would I spend resale on this? Hell no. And it ain't because it's bad. You guys heard everything good I had to say about it. But I'm just not spending crazy resale prices on a sneaker that's going to keep... They got tons of colorways of the Ja releasing. So if you guys don't like this colorway, a couple people commented they didn't like this pink and blue. I wish I'd have got my daughter a pair, actually. Her jerseys for her flight AAU team are pink and blue. So I really wish I'd have got these for her. But is what it is. There's tons of other sneakers out there I could get for my kids. So, but at the end of the day, yeah, I do like the Ja 1. Like I said, I just wouldn't pay resale. And 100,000% would not buy that damn diamond colorway for $400. They just glued some shit in there. They just glued some sparkly shit in there. There's definitely no way. Now, if you're a huge Ja collector, yes, I could see you getting that sneaker and being happy about it. You know what I mean? But I'm not paying that, especially to use it on the channel. I ain't paying that shit to bust down a sneaker that I paid $400 for. Have I before? Yeah, probably. There's a couple sneakers that I've played in that I probably should have just put up for sale, but is what it is. I like hooping in my sneakers. I love seeing what they're made of, and at the end of the day, you got to hoop in your sneakers. So guys, I appreciate you guys coming through the channel. Everyone like, comment, and subscribing. If you like the Ja 1, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Sold Out. Peace.